Good evening, and welcome to the October 1st, 2014 legislative session of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Ossining. Please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Trustee Garrity?
Present.
Trustee, excuse me, Codman?
Present.
Trustee Gazzada?
Present.
And Mayor Hanauer.
Present.
We have on the agenda this evening the public hearing in the matter of local law number 5, 2014, amending the village code to establish a landlord registry for rental properties containing 2 or more residential dwelling units. Do we have anyone who would like to address the board on this issue?
You want to speak on the issue? No?
Hey, may I have a motion to adjourn this public hearing to November 19th? Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mayors and trustees announcements.
Yeah, have a couple. On Saturday, October 4th from 10 to 1, please join us in Market Square for Fall Family Fun Day, a day of hay rides and face painting, pumpkin eating, pumpkin painting, pie eating contest, music, trophies, and awards. It's a great day for families with children from 4 up. So please join us. And the next day, on Sunday, the 5th of October, the Jug Tavern of Sparta will hold its monthly walking tour of the historic Sparta neighborhood at the south end of Ossining. The tour will begin at the Jug Tavern, which is Rockledge Avenue at behind CVS at Revolutionary Road, at 1 o'clock, with a showing of the Battle for Sparta, a video about the neighborhood. And participants will then be asked to walk around 6 blocks through the neighborhood, learning about historic homes in the landmark district, and wind up back at the Jug Tavern around 3 o'clock. The tour is free, but participation is limited to 20 people. For reservation or further information, contact info@jugtavern.org. There'll only be one more such tour this year. It is done monthly in good weather, but the November 9th tour will be the last one. And next Sunday, the 19th, from 10 to 4, we invite everyone to the first annual, we hope, Ossining Chalk It Up Festival. Everyone is welcome to showcase their artistic talents and enjoy a free day of music, dance, crafts, and food alongside professional artists and other amateurs, painting or chalking Ossining's Main and Spring Street sidewalks. You can apply tonight at http://www.villageofossining.org/documents/chalkitupfestival.pdf. This is the first event produced by the Village of Ossining's Downtown Events Committee. So we hope for many more. And for further information, contact Ingrid Richards, who is the manager of Downtown and Economic Development, at irichards@villageofossining.org. Anyone else? Welcome back, John.
Oh, thank you, Bill.
Welcome.
I have no announcements this time.
Okay, I'll go on with my announcements then. On October 16th, that's a Thursday evening at 6:30, please join us at the Ossining Public Library in the Bedars Theater. And our October screening for the Ossining documentary and discussion series is called Pink Ribbons. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so you may be seeing a lot of pink around, and which is why that's the movie this is the time that was selected. It's about cancer, which is such a pervasive disease. It's touched every one of us directly or indirectly in some usually very painful way. And what this film does is it causes us to pause and think about when we spend our time and our money and our resources in our effort to try and cure cancer and support the folks who are struggling with it and their family, to make sure that we know that our money is being thoughtfully spent. I think that the campaign right now is Think Before You Pink. And it sort of brings the question about when and how is it best to commingle marketing and philanthropy. And one of the folks on the panel discussion will be from Charity Navigator, which is a website, a nonprofit that seeks to help people understand how they are donating their money to the different organizations that they want to support. So I hope you'll join us Thursday, October 16th at the Ossining Public Library at 6:30 p.m. And anytime you can go online to ossining.energizeny.org and find out about your home and the potential for making it more comfortable, more affordable, and more efficient by having a home energy efficiency assessment done and then perhaps choosing to do some efficiency upgrades. And again, that's ossining.energizeny.org. Please check it out. There's no cost to learn about what is there. So just take a look, and there's usually no cost for you to even have the assessment of your home done before you decide if you want to do any of the work. Thanks.
Anyone else?
Manuel? Okay.
We'll move on to administrative reports, and we'll begin with Corporation Counsel Lori Lee Dixon.
Thank you. Okay, you have item D on your agenda this evening, and just to remind members of the public as well as the board, this is a change in your zoning law, so it required a number of referrals, both internally and also to the county. All of those referrals came back with positive recommendations, and just a reminder that this removes the mandatory requirement for 3-bedroom units in the zoning districts that are actually listed. And also, you will notice that this is since this is a change to the zoning amendments, that they'll be taking a roll call vote tonight. So just to be aware that that's what this is all about. And I just wanted to, again, remind folks that school has started again, and just to remind folks there is a state law that mandates that you stop if there's a pedestrian in a crosswalk, whether it be a crosswalk at a light or not a light. This also includes along Route 9. So just as a precaution, I just wanted to point out again that there is a state law that mandates you to stop if there's a pedestrian waiting to cross the street at a crosswalk. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Move on to Chief Joseph Burton.
Good evening. Just to jump on what the Corporation Council has brought up about crosswalks, we've had 2 task force out there on 2 separate days doing crosswalk enforcement, and so far I think the count is 74 summonses have been issued today. So yes, people don't pay attention to it. On the other side of it, Police Department and CTC, the Community That Cares, did their drug take-back program last Saturday, and we collected more than 215 pounds of material. Also, getting on the mayor with the Family Fun Day on Saturday. The 2-way Spring Street will not be 2-way for those hours on Spring Street because that's where the hayride will be going around, so we'll be blocked at Spring and Main, so you can't come down that way. You'll have to go around the block like the old days. And Mary Ann, I'll be back next round.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll move on to organizational
Oh,
announcements.
pick me.
Yes.
As Secretary of the Ossining Historical Society, we're having our annual dinner and silent auction on Friday, October 17th at Sleepy Hollow Country Club. If you're interested and tickets are still available, please call the Historical Society at 941-0001. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone would like to address the agenda items this? Okay, we'll move into the option. Resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Ossining hereby approves the minutes of the September 17th, 2014 regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
board? Madam Clerk?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Ossining hereby approves minutes of the September 29th, 2014 special meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
Board? Clerk?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Ossining hereby approves the voucher detail report dated October 1st, 2014, the amount of $651,612.29. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Board? Madam Clerk?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Can I just have a clarification? Does this include the modification that was made?
Yes.
It does. Okay, thank you.
Adoption of Local Law 4, 2014. Whereas the Board of Trustees of the Village of Ossining has been considering adoption of a proposed local law known as Introductory Local Law 4, 2014, entitled Zoning Amendments, which would amend certain provisions of Chapter 270 of the Code of the Village of Ossining to remove the minimum requirement for inclusion of three-bedroom residential units, CDD, the IR, PWA, the PWB, and the PWC zoning districts. And whereas in accordance with applicable provisions of the Village Code, Village Board referred the matter to the Ossining Planning Board, Environmental Advisory Council, and on August 26, 2014, and September 2, 2014, respectively, those entities provided a positive recommendation concerning the substance of the proposed local law, and whereas in accordance with general municipal law, the matter was referred to Westchester County for its review and comment, and thereafter a positive response was received. And whereas in accordance with New York State law, and after having provided all requisite notice thereunder, the Board of Trustees conducted a public hearing on Introductory Local Law Number 4, 2014 on September 17th, 7:30 p.m. at the Birdsall Fagan Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street, Ossining, New York, during which the public had the opportunity to be heard on such proposed local law, and whereas the matter was the topic of further discussion and deliberation at a public meeting on September 29th, following which the board determined that there was no impediments to proceeding with adoption of the local law as drafted. Now therefore be resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Ossining, in furtherance of the protection of the health, safety, and welfare of its citizens, the environment, and the community at large, hereby adopts Local Law 4, 2014, entitled Zoning Amendments, which such adoption to take effect as set forth in said local law and as otherwise required by law. And be it further resolved that the Village Board directs said local law to be filed and are distributed in accordance with applicable law. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I received a concern this afternoon from a mother who has both a boy and a girl, and has been looking for three-bedroom apartments and is concerned, and she had misinterpreted what this law was. She was concerned that we were forbidding three-bedroom apartments. It's not at all the case. What we're doing is removing the requirements for developers to build three-bedroom apartments in certain areas of the village, in certain zones. They can still build them if they want, but, and they will, I dare say, and we do have quite a number of buildings that are being completed now or have been completed that have three-bedroom apartments in them, but we no longer require them to be built in those districts. That enacted law was enacted at a time when the village was trying to encourage larger families to move into downtown and the various other parts of the village, but that is no longer, the requirement is no longer in place because we want to help the schools from perceived overcrowding, and because it's not really necessary anymore.
A roll call vote. Trustee Garrity?
Aye.
Trustee Codman?
Aye.
Trustee Quezada?
Aye.
And Mayor Henner.
Aye.
Thank you. Hi, Bob. Do we have any continuing business of the board?
No, if you hurry up, he won't even get to sit
Do
down
we have
before
any new
adjourn.
business of the board?
No.
Is anyone like to address the board? Not seeing anyone, might I have a motion to adjourn to executive session for personnel?
So moved. Second.
I knew I shouldn't have written absent here.
No, no. To vote on the motion, right?
Yes.
Do I
We haven't
have the
voted.
motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
This ends the televised portion of this evening's agenda. We look forward to seeing you this weekend at Family Fun Day, Fall Family Fun Day. And we hope that you will join us at the work session next Wednesday evening at 16 Croton Avenue at 7:30. Have a good week.